Welcome to episode 1 of season 7 in the RTG. We are a Champions League playing side this year. Although, one thing that didn't occur to me in the finale yesterday, and only really occurred to me once we saw the objective screen from the board, reached the group stage, it says. But we finished 4th, my thought process was. But Chelsea, who finished below us in a Europa League spot, won the Champions League. So I think we might actually end up having to qualify for the Champions League. There is currently an ongoing qualifier for it. And I think there's going to be another round post this round that I'm a part of. I think I'm going to have to qualify for the Champions League. So I'm very intrigued to see what happens on that front. We've got a number of players currently up for transfer and for loan. We're thinking about improving in a couple of areas. You'll notice from the starting lineup that Guy is now in. Patrick Guy arrives. Brand new centre mid. Do I sell Bustamante and Samaras, or one of them, and drop Power to the bench and sign someone else to start alongside Guy that's slightly better, if I can find someone that's worthy? Yes or no? Do I sign a new goalkeeper? Richardson is still, I believe, peaked this season at 80. He's not, intriguingly. Okay, so Richardson is not peaked. Similarly, the right back is now not peaked, and Salinas is not peaked. So the 3 players that were previously peaked in the finale yesterday now aren't and will continue to grow this year. So that says to me, Richardson stays as number 1 goalkeeper. That means that I probably then won't loan out the young 74 rated goalkeeper that we have, the Brazilian Fernandes, and he'll be my backup keeper this year for Cup and European competition, and Richardson will continue to grow. Well, that's something I've discovered right on the fly at the beginning of the episode. Salinas will keep growing. Fleming and Salah will keep growing. Romero, I think, has peaked, but at 81, that's fine. Cooper will get first team football in Cup and European games. I'm tempted to sign a centre-back, but I don't think I need to at this stage. So the only real area of improvement at this stage then is that central midfield position. If you'd like me to upgrade, Para has peaked, as has Bustamante and Samaras. Bear in mind, we are at Champions League level now. We're not necessarily thinking about challenging for the title this year in the Premier League. Bianchi is no longer peaked either, which is intriguing to know. So we should see quite a bit of growth with a number of players this year. Transfer budget increase. Granada have come in to loan Connick, which is absolutely fine by me. We'll let him go out on loan again. But outside of that, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the rest of the squad then. We've got 3 or 4 potential to be special youngsters that we're going to look to loan out again, including Patrice Cisse, who's going to hopefully go out for a loan to Darmstadt there for a year in Germany. Now, to reiterate, the objectives this season are none on the youth side, 2 players the same nationality as the club short term, so 2 English players, a streak of 3 clean sheets away from home. We weren't able to do that last year. Financially, 2 crucial players and a profit of 43 million. Domestic success, they want a Europa League spot, and again, same round of 16 in the FA Cup. Now, fan objective-wise, I haven't got any yet because I've recorded this the same day as the finale, and we were waiting until we figured out what European competition we were going to be in before we did the fan objective. So please now, A, with your feedback about central midfield, B, with feedback potentially about the rest of the squad, and C, certainly, feedback on fan objectives in the comment section down below. Thumbs up those that you like as well from other people, and the most popular ones will rise to the top. Now, I'm waiting to see what happens with regards to the Champions League now. Cisse looks like he will be going then to Darmstadt for you, which is great. Richardson had quite a bit of interest in him last year as well, which I just continually turned down and will continue to do so. I don't think I need a centre-back, so I am sorely tempted then actually to move Bolton, and now Ayala's had interest in him, off the shortlist. And given the fact that those that had peaked now are unpeaked, I'll take Levy off there as well. So at the minute, those players, just as when we got promoted, we gave those players that earned us Premier League status the opportunity to try and keep us in the Prem. I think these players that have earned us Champions League football should get the opportunity to try and go as far as we can in that Champions League. I've got a number of loan players, or youth players, like I say, that are going to go out on loan. Hopefully, we can get those deals done sooner rather than later. And then sooner, unfortunately, it doesn't give me a date for the standings for the Champions League. So I don't know if we are or aren't in a European qualifier of some description. I don't know when these games are being played, unfortunately. So it's just a case of advancing, finding out what happens as we go. You've seen the home kit already, which I absolutely adore, by the way. I love that, especially if I move my webcam, especially the little yellow chevrons on the socks with the black stripes. I think that absolutely makes it. That's a gorgeous home kit. So thank you for the suggestion for that. And I've got decent, well, we're Hummel throughout for away and third kits as well. So I'll just keep advancing. I'll show you the other kits when the time comes. I'll loan everyone else out throughout the course of the windows as well when we get to those that we want to loan to. And then we'll find out what's happening in the Champions League when we find out what's happening in the Champions League. Do drop the video a like if you're looking forward to Season 7, of course. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. I'd really appreciate as much support as possible on this 7th season. If we win the Premier League and the Champions League, it may well be the last season, but I think that's probably a bit too lofty an ambition for us yet. We'll wait and see how things go. Ajax have bid for Bustamante. Well, because there's interest in him, I will negotiate that then. We'll try and get a bit more money for him, but I was already thinking about selling one of Bustamante or Samaras anyway. Bustamante is probably the one that we have the least emotional connection with. And Ajax will pay 7 million for Bustamante. So things are progressing with regards to the potential central midfield situation. But I've got my scouts out looking at so many different players at the minute just to see if they're any good. We might be able to find a regen or a new youth player through just out and out scouting by the end of the episode, so I can then actually show you them, which would be great. We've reached the first friendly, so I have the opportunity to show you the rest of our kits. Some players out, in fact a number of players out, loads of scout reports back. So far only one is any good, and he's a Tony Kroos regen, so I'm really not sure whether I'm going to go for him or not. I'll show you his stats in a minute. So the home kit looks like that. Obviously, we're Hummel this season. Away kit is, as you see it there, with a cheeky double shade of red, or red and pink. And then the away, or the alternate kit, sorry, the third kit, is almost... Motherwell play in kind of Bradford colours, don't they? But purple and gold, purple and yellow, for the third kit. That is just a stunning home kit, though. Honestly, if Cambridge United came out with an away kit like that, I would snap it up in a heartbeat. Unfortunately, the UK side of Hummel have actually folded, and Cambridge are doing Umbro kits now this year, of which haven't been announced yet. So, with regards to centre mid, there was Ben Becker, who is a Tony Kroos regen. Those physicals are disgusting at 19 years of age. Technically, he's very good in the right areas, long pass, ball control, shot power, short passing's up there. No traits on him, though. As we have always said, though, we're going to steer away from signing the regens of obvious players, like the world-class players, they're regens. That's why we haven't gone for the centre mid Thomas, the Belgian centre mid, that is the Kevin De Bruyne regen. We won't go for that Tony Kroos regen either. We shall hope that someone else comes up that is more suitable. Like the guy that we got from... Oh, I didn't want to do that. Like the guy that we got from West Ham. Patrick Guy is not a regen of anyone. He's just really bloody good. Another update for you with regards to youth players. We've... Fikayo Tomori's pre-gen Carter Little, 16 years of age and 79 rated already. So he's going to be a monster. One just to bring to your attention. I don't know as we'd actually make a move to sign him. With regards to centre mid, we have Medina, who is an Ander Herrera regen. He's 79 rated, 87 short passing, 86 dribbling. So he is an improvement on what we've got other than Patrick Guy. He would be better than anyone else we could put in that role. Physically looks very good. Stamina of 89 is particularly impressive. And I don't know, it's obviously impossible to tell at this stage if he's peaked or not. But he's all right in the tackle at 72. Passing he's very good at. Dribbling not so much. As in, rephrase, ball control not so much. Dribbling is 86 rated though. So he looks genuinely decent. Bauman is an Ilkay Gundogan regen. Milo Bowen, physically, very good. Great balance, agility, acceleration, etc. and stamina. Technically, good in the pass. Not really excelling anywhere else, but he is only 18. So there might be more room for growth there, perhaps. And Barber, Max Barber is, I believe, a James Milner regen. Physically looks decent. Technically, again, passing short and long is good, but the rest of his stats aren't great. So, on closer inspection, we'll just remove him straight from the list. Was there anyone else? I don't think there was anybody else that we found. No, I don't think so. So, Fikayo Tomori regen, or pre-gen, with a finesse shot trait, weirdly, for a centre-back. And then the Ander Herrera regen and Ilkay Gundogan regen, both of which I would be open to buying, certainly, if you feel like they would be an improvement on what we've already got. Definitely the Ander Herrera regen, the 79 rated guy, would be better than what we've got. The thing that would make me a little bit apprehensive is that Ander Herrera is 79 rated in game with potential of 79. So I would concern me that that guy is already already peaked. But it is an improvement on what we've got, regardless of whether he's peaked. Because we've got 75, 6, and 7 rated players that are also peaked. So 79 and peaked is better than what we've currently got anyway. So I'll wait for your feedback on that front. Interesting, Murray is fine. A bid for Novak is great news. We should get our scout reports back sooner rather than later as well. We've sent our 3 youth scouts out again, of course, to Italy, off the top of my head. Italy, Paraguay, and somewhere else. Italy, Paraguay, and Algeria. Italy, Paraguay, Algeria is where we've sent our youth scouts this year. So we'll see if we get any luck there. Filip Novak going to Waalwijk in the Netherlands. And I should have my scout reports back now. Is that one? Is 6? Yes, there we go. Novak sold. Which is Chapel Silver sold. Right. Italy, anything in here? Certainly not that guy anyway. No there. No there. No there. 60 to 80, no. 58 to 80, no. 79 to 94, intrigued. 5'6", Daniele Romeo. We'll have a look at him. Anything in Algeria? I've also upgraded my scouts now. Hello, Ali Ferhat. Or Ferhat Ali, sorry. Annoyingly, potential is only up to 84, so he's not actually going to be that good. Even when he's fully grown. But, I didn't want to sign him. I'm having trouble with my controller. I think my controller might be on its way out. Not scrolling. 850 for a left back. We'll have a look. 190, no. That's a no there. That's a no there. Well, one player at least from each of the 3 nations we're scouting so far isn't a bad start, is it? Certainly. Roberto Rodriguez. 5'7". Probably not any good anywhere. He's not going to be any better as a... Maybe he's a centre mid or a CDM, but... Not much promise there, I don't think. Ferhat Ali, 88 jumping? My God. His passing's... He's more of a CDM. He's more of a CDM by the looks of things. Okay, so he might be a player that doesn't have a great overall, but just technically is an absolute monster. Sorry, physically is an absolute monster. We'll train him as a ball-playing centre-back, because why not? How tall was he? 6'6". Oh my God. 6'6" and 88 jumping. No one's getting over the top of him. He might have some promise, weirdly. Even though, I mean, to be fair, if he gets to 84, you'd take an 84 rated 6'6" centre-back, wouldn't you? Geraldo is still training. Daniele Romeo was the one with the highest potential initial windows, but might be a striker though, with finishing being his best stat. So we'll retrain him as a striker. He's only 5'7" or something, wasn't he? So he's not massive, I don't think. Did have a centre forward in his positions list, but we'll train him as a striker. He's 5'6". Raul Gutierrez was one from Spain that I called up, and quite frankly we need to release. And Ibrahim was the one that I accidentally called up, and we'll release him too. So some promise, but not sure. I think Roberto Rodriguez is probably best served as a CDM rather than a defender. 4 weeks for him, but again, not sure what the promise there. But Ferhat Ali could be someone to keep an eye on. Now, with regards to the Champions League, let's have a look. Has anything happened there yet? I haven't checked yet. Do it live with you now. Okay, so the qualifying round is into its second leg. So we should find out sooner rather than later then about the... I will reject that for now until I know what you guys are saying about the goalkeeper situation. But certainly I could loan Carvalho out if we buy another goalkeeper. Amaya bid, Athletic Club, 1 year, yes. Bid for Ruben Richardson from Girona for £25 million. Oh no. Okay, so the qualification round is done, and the playoff round is now in progress. So I think we're actually in the group stage. I think it's just going to be 5 teams in the group stage of the Champions, 5 English teams in the group stage of the Champions League. So fantastic. We're going to achieve that objective without doing anything, which is phenomenal. Right, we'll go and play the first game of the season here against Crystal Palace, but I won't progress any further than today because I want to be able to get your feedback before we move any further. But we will give our new kits their first outing here, and Patrick Guy his debut as well. Top 4 last year. Ben Jack's up to 84 rated, I've just noticed. Top 4 last year. Can we go even better this season? Crystal Palace got over 100 points in the Championship last year and didn't finish first or second. They managed to make it up through the playoffs though, and they have a half-decent team to be fair. It's certainly not one of the best we've seen come up from the Championship in recent times. Wolves probably have that to be fair, and Brentford and Leicester that came down obviously as well. But at the moment, we are arguably better than this Crystal Palace side, especially considering the promise we have in the team. It's Patrick Guy's debut, and hopefully we can mark it with a victory. Salah will get rid, and Edwards will complete the clearance. We have a new stadium, or rephrase, an upgraded stadium. Now that we've qualified for Europe, we have a 30,000-seater. So we've upgraded again. Weirdly, by taking the corners out, actually. From the last stadium, it had corners on it, but it was more of a bowl. This is more of an old-school English stadium with just kind of 4 stands. So I can't remember what I think it was Ivy Lane, is it? I think it's the name of the ground in FIFA. But regardless, it's Patreon Park now, and our highest-rated player, Neely, gives us an opening goal to score the first goal at this stadium. I'd love to not concede for the first goal scored in this ground. At the minute, we don't look likely of getting past this back line for them. They're playing very well so far, Crystal Palace. And they're in the box now, going the other way. Donny van der Beek, saved by Richardson. Salinas to Alex Salah. Cut back. And inside there to Patrick Guy. Oh, Fleming gets away. It's on his left foot. Alex Fleming so close. But a great block. I love that home kit. It looks so good. Oh, I could not be happier with that home kit. Up we go, please, Romero. The only defender to score a goal for us last year on 3 occasions. Not able to get his first goal of the season yet. Can we get him involved in the second phase of play, though? We certainly can. Fleming, I'll try and tuck that back. It didn't quite work. Romero's still here, though, in support. It's been a lot of pressure so far. Here is Patrick Guy. I think he's right-footed. No, sorry, rephrase. I think he's left-footed, actually. Salah! Good save by Lozano. Still no opening goal. Bakayoko down the wing for them. Their highest-rated player at 83. and causing me problems. And that will reach Donny van der Beek. Luca's in the way. Oh! Sorry, the defender is in the way of Luca. And then he, with the open goal in front of him, because the keeper had already committed to a dive, misses the target with a follow-up effort. That's not good enough from Luca. It's a player that scored against us before in this save with Sheffield United. And now trying to do so for Crystal Palace. It's Reina down the wing. In a great spot. And support too. Dewsbury Hall back to Donny van der Beek. Nearly fouled him. Luca. Oh, fancy. He's still going to fall for him. Luca! Richardson with the save. He scored like a 25-yard worldie against us, didn't he, for Sheffield United, Lorenzo Luca? I just had a flashback. Donny van der Beek will take this corner short, and here's Bakayoko now. Palace ending the half strong. And will continue to keep that pressure on as well. Donny van der Beek to take from the far side. That Fleming will get rid. It's opened up here for Bakayoko. He's got runners with him. Van der Beek. Here's Keane and Dewsbury Hall forward. Thank you, Richardson. I'm still so desperate to keep the first goal at this stadium scored by an AFC Chesnoid player, but Crystal Palace are playing very well here. You can see exactly why they got 100 plus points in the Championship last season. Lovely dummy. Oh, driven hard and low, but saved again by Ruben Richardson. Hopefully we'll get some good growth from him this year. Then if he hasn't peaked anymore, Sissoko off the line, then surely we can expect him to grow to 82 or 83 perhaps. More than one, absolutely. So, fingers crossed he can do exactly that. Dewsbury Hall over the top to Reina. From Palace again, Lorenzo Luca. They've done everything but score, Crystal Palace. And a counter-attack, maybe Bianchi out to Lasse Schultz. The two substitutes trying to change the game. That was the plan when we brought them on. And Lasse Schultz plays a lovely little ball around the corner to Salinas, who's going to have to hold off the defender here and dart back. And Lasse Schultz is there. It's a brilliant save by the feet of Lozano. Almost a little bit nonchalant there, Lasse Schultz. Just trying to pass it home when really, if he puts his foot through it and laces it rather than trying to side foot it, then surely that ends up in the back of the net. I've got many in the middle to aim for, try and tuck it back. Bianchi onto his favoured left. Oh, Enrico scored some important goals for us last year from a deeper midfield role. And he was just that player that arrived at the right time from deep. In the cam spot, he didn't flourish. He did well. He got a handful of assists. But so would anybody with Nacho Salinas in front of them. I'm hoping he can still very much contribute, though, in that cam role when coming off the bench. Or starting in games where Tommy Edwards is being rested. At the minute, we can't find a way through this Crystal Palace backline, just as they can't find a way through mine. Lasse Schultz. It's back to Enrico again. And Enrico Bianchi. Oh, it's the shot power that's too much for the keeper. And on the first match day, we have drama at Patreon Park once more. We lead by a goal to nil in the 89th minute. Even the manager guys come down to get involved. That is going to be 3 points on opening day. Up the Phoenixes. Good block by Jack, and that should seal it. Crystal Palace have certainly created their fair share of chances, and Donny van der Beek is absolutely gutted that they haven't been able to get a result here today. To be fair, I absolutely understand it as well. How good does that kit look? I absolutely understand it as well, because they had 11 chances in the game, and I'm pretty sure that, well, Romero, the left-back, actually got man the match. Richardson made... How many saves did Richardson make? 11 shots against, 6 on target, 6 saves for Richardson. Weirdly, I don't know if you noticed that briefly there, all to the one side of the net. All 6 saves came to his left-hand side. Whenever they shot to the other side, either went wide with that Lorenzo Luca one, or it was blocked. Intriguing. Certainly something to take away analytically for Crystal Palace's coaches and manager, for sure. And that is where we will end this first episode for Season 7, because I very much need your transfer feedback, please. So we will leave it there for now. I leave you 4th in the Premier League. Only 4 teams getting 3 points on opening day. Our number of sides haven't played. I was going to say, surely not. Well, we finished 4th last season. We start this season in 4th, but maybe we could aim higher? If we find the right midfielder, perhaps we could, with further growth to a number of our other first-team players. We'll wait and see how things transpire. But for now, I need your feedback, and please do leave it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.